My second marriage is another bad narcissistic situation. I thought I knew this guy. He was a doctor. My mom was a nurse. They worked together. And literally the night we got married, it was like a light switch. And he became another person.
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah. And I knew that night that I made a huge mistake. I didn't even sleep in the same room as him.
That gave me the chills.
I slept with my daughter that night. We were in Hawaii, so I was obviously far from home. It was a very small wedding. It was just family, so didn't have any support, which is how he liked it. He wanted to isolate me. Mm-hmm. He started coming down hard on like me saying I was a horrible mother and like being very weird about my kids.
How old were your kids at the time?
Michael, my youngest, was 10.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so he was still very attached to me. And my ex-husband did not like that. He wanted me all to himself, which is textbook narcissist, which I didn't even know anything about narcissistic personalities until probably like 5 years after, once I started dating that other guy.
Right.
When I was like being pretty much abused in that relationship. And I was like learning through podcasts and people. And I was like, oh my God, my ex-husband is literally textbook.
Yeah.
So yeah, he had financially put me in a situation where I couldn't leave until 2.5 years later. So it was rough.
How long did you know him before you got married?
Well, I knew him sort of from afar for probably 7-8 years. I'd fixed him up with one of my best friends actually because I was still married when I first met him. But again, he was like, my mom was his nurse. So my mom was like, oh, he's a great guy.
But isn't that crazy how somebody can be a great guy, but then in a relationship, they're 180.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah. And like, people who only know them sort of on that superficial level think that they're just like the greatest people ever. And then you're trying to convince people like, no, he's X, Y, and Z. And they just don't see it. So then you, again, get gaslit. And you're like, so it's
they're telling you like, oh, I'm so generous and I'm so kind and everyone loves me. You're like, am I crazy?
Yeah.
Because like I'm getting a totally different version of you than what these people, what everybody thinks you are.
Yeah.
And then you're isolated. So you feel even crazier and no one sees that side of that person. So it's a total mind fuck.
Yeah. But I mean, I recognized that right away that I needed to like start making a plan to get out of there. But it was complicated because I had my kids and I was like, I don't want them to have any part of this. It was like very much walking on eggshells every single day, trying to figure out a plan of how am I going to navigate this and get out of here as soon as I can.